We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the first of a three-game series against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. That's according to their Twitter. I'm not sure what they are. Are they the Rays? Are they the Devil Rays? Is this a Friday night thing? I don't know. Tampa Bay, a Ray of some sort. That's who we're playing in St. Petersburg tonight at Tropicana Field. Oh, the ugliest ballpark, not only in the majors, probably in AAA, maybe AA. I don't know. It's a really bad ballpark. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal BW here. We're here for another exciting night of Orioles baseball, and we need an exciting night. We lost 2 out of 3 in Toronto. We came up a run short in the final rubber game of the series, and yeah. We've got to turn it around here. The final 3 games of this 10-game road trip down in St. Petersburg. 2 out of 3 is a must. A sweep would be preferred. How you doing there, Charm City Chat? It's your old pal BW here, and people call me that because that's short for the Bird Watcher. That's the channel you're on. Expect a even more strange introduction and presentation tonight than usual. I'll explain why in a bit, but I'm going to have to get through this intro pretty quick because I'm going to go off on tangents. Tonight is going to be a night of tangents. I hope everybody's prepared. Right, so if you're new to the channel, here's the deal. I run a really great channel. I really do. Considering the lack of resources, considering it's only a few months old, considering I'm not a professional broadcaster, although it feels like after doing this for a few months, maybe I am. I don't know. I think I could get a job somewhere doing this. Yeah. Even though all those things are true, this channel has been growing fantastic. The community's been growing along with it, and we've been following Orioles baseball. I've been doing live play-by-play and commentary all season long. We're up to game number, 116 tonight? I can't keep track anymore. These numbers are getting high. Once it gets past my IQ, I can't keep up. But hey, if you are new, let me hit this song button again. I got some coffee, by the way. I've got the cold kind. All right, 117. Thank you. Yeah. So if you do enjoy the channel, please consider subscribing. There's a button at the bottom of your screen. You hit subscribe. You join the rest of us here in the Charm City Chat. And you help this channel grow and be seen by more people. That's the idea. This is a grassroots Orioles fan, dedicated, run by, and supported by channel. It really does take everyone to pitch in to make this thing happen. But I can't be more happy than to provide the play-by-play and be a voice for the Baltimore Orioles. It's a dream. It's an absolute dream I'm living here. No matter what's going on, I enjoy these few hours a day spending time with you guys. So the Orioles are in St. Petersburg. I guess these are some folks walking up to the Trop. Hey, what do you know? Plenty of space. No crowds. Take a seat where you want. Actually, for a Tampa Bay crowd, this ain't too bad. We got Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald on the call with Brian Roberts sitting right there in the middle. Folks, fun fact, me and Brian Roberts both attended and graduated from the University of South Carolina in the same year. How about that for a little fun fact? In fact, his baseball field was, my girlfriend's house was right over the left field wall of the ballpark he was playing in during those late 90s. All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting pitching matchup, okay? We got Zach Eflin on the mound. Tampa's got Zack Littell. It's the battle of the Zacks. It's a Zack attack. We got the guy with the H. They got the guy with the K. I prefer the H. Don't take that out of context. They have an ERA nearly identical. 4.05 for Eflin, 4.06 for Littell. They both have lost 7 games. Eflin's won 7. Littell's only won 5. Your starting lineups look like this as I hit this button one more time. Colton Cowser will lead off, and I would assume play left field. Anthony Santander, I should have this up on the other channel. I'll go over the positions a little bit later when I get a new update. I got the Tampa Bay roster with positions up on another Twitter page, but let's just go over the lineup itself. Colton Cowser will lead off. Anthony Santander will bat second. Gunnar Henderson will bat third. Ryan O'Hearn, the cleanup hitter. Eloy Jimenez will be in the 5-hole. Jackson Holliday is now moved up to the 6th spot. Holliday working his way back to you, babe. Up to number 6 in the lineup tonight. Ced Mullins will hit 7th. Ramon Arias will bat 8th. And James McCann will bat 9th. For Tampa Bay, here is their lineup with positions. Yandy Diaz, one of the few stars of this team that wasn't traded away during this last trade deadline. Former batting title champion, correct? He will be leading off and DHing. Brandon Lau, not Lowe, will be at first base and bat second. Dylan Carlson, one of their acquisitions during the trade deadline, will play left field, switch hitter. Christopher Morel, who I believe was part of the package that sent Isaac Paredes over to the Cubs, he'll play second base. Ben Rortvet will do the catching. Johnny DeLuca in right field batting 6th. Jose Caballero will play third base and bat 7th. Taylor Walls at shortstop hitting 8th. And Jose Siri. Siri, can you not be a douche? Jose Siri batting 9th. This guy, I tell you what, he's a handful. How you doing there, Charm City chat? Yeah, let me run on over. Well, this will update itself. I mean, if I had to guess, obviously Mullins is playing, so that's center field. Cowser should be in left. Tony should be back in right field after DHing last night, so I'm going to guess Ryan O'Hearn is playing first base. Eloy Jimenez is the DH. Holliday at second. Arias at third. McCann behind the plate. Yeah, I don't need anything. I know my team. I know exactly what my team is. All right, look, folks, this game's about to get started, but check it. I've got some breakfast I want to keep chowing down on, so I'm going to go off camera for a sec, all right? And try to eat off mic. This game will be underway in a moment. As soon as I see the first pitch, I'll be right back with you, okay? Hang out, folks. Don't go anywhere. The Rays are just taking the field, so probably another 2 minutes before first pitch. All right. Where am I? Who am I? What am I? Looks like we're ready to go. Littell just threw his last warm-up pitch, folks. If you are watching the game and you're ahead of me, there is a way to get synced up so it's not a big deal for you. As Colton Cowser steps up to the batter's box, just have that remote in your hand. When the first out of the ball game is recorded, pause your game. Allow me to then catch up. I'm probably only 5 or 10 seconds behind at most. Let me make that same call of that same play, and then you unpause your game and you're good to go. Here we go. First pitch of the ball game tonight is low and inside to Colton Cowser. Here we go. Cowser batting an even .250 coming into tonight. Next pitch is taken low, 2 balls and no strikes. The Orioles are wearing their black jersey tops, orange lettering with the gray pants. Here's the pitch from Littell. This one's hit toward left side and foul out of play. The Rays, meanwhile, are going with their classic Devil Rays jersey. In fact, if you go to their Twitter, they are known as the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. So I'm sitting here wondering, well, what are you? Are you a Ray? Are you a Devil Ray? Cowser gets into one to center field in deep right center. This one's going back, and it is gone! And it's caught by an Oriole fan out there. I'd have to have a coughing fit. I would. Number 18 on the season for Colton Cowser, leading off the ball game. Folks, don't make a clip out of this home run call. I think I just had a piece of rice lodged in my esophagus. Colton Cowser starts off the ball game in an incredible way.
Ho, ho, it's magic. You know. It's magic.
One batter, one run in. Here's Anthony Santander. Man.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
That ball just got out into the first row and right. Santander fouls it away. It's 1-1. All right, folks, here's the news. Here's the elephant in the room. Your boy is pulling a Cal Ripken tonight. He's pulling a James McCann. I should not be broadcasting tonight. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Anthony Santander. I'm not going to sit here and complain, folks, but I've got multiple medical issues going on. But I took some medicine and going to power through. 2-1 the count. This one is a called strike. 2-2 on Santander. He's hitting .247 on the season. And what is he up to, 34 home runs now? Absolutely on fire ever since the beginning of June. 2-2 count to Tony here. Bases empty. We're just getting started. And this one's reached for and fouled back. Still 2-2. Yeah, I jacked up my back, folks. I mean, this is something everybody can relate to, right? Back pain. When your back just stiffens up on you, maybe you just wake up in the middle of the night, you just go to turn your body or get up or just do something that's so commonplace as this pitch is fouled away. Still 2-2 on Santander. And that's what happened. I went to bed last night, maybe an hour or two in. You know, I was kind of semi-conscious. I went to either roll over or lift myself up out of bed to maybe go, I don't know, drain the old bladder. I don't know what I was doing. It was the middle of the night. But I just did a slight movement, and my entire back got jacked up. I could not even move. We got a full count on Santander. And this pitch is swung on, foul back. We'll do it again. 8 pitch at bat for Tony here so far. You got to love it. Instant offense from the first batter, and now you're making the pitcher labor out there with the second batter. Here comes another payoff from Littell. And that pitch is fouled back again. My goodness. Yeah, so I reached for the strongest stuff I had. Stuff that was given to me after my heart surgery. That's sort of like the in case of emergency, break glass kind of painkiller. Oh, your boy's on it. This 3-2 pitch is hit on the ground, right side, second base, and Santander will be retired. First out here of the ball game. That'll bring up your boy Gunnar Henderson.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
So yeah, I'm on really hard stuff, and basically, oh, that's right, the subscreen. We don't do that anymore, right? Because all it does is cause me misery and embarrassment. So here we go. First pitch to Gunnar is up and away for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes, folks. I think we're close to 1,800, but I wouldn't know. Maybe we'll check on it at some point before the end of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off of Gunnar. Didn't hurt him too much. He's ready to go. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I'm just going to do the best I can. It was funny because I sent a message to my mods just an hour before going on the air, maybe hour and a half. As this pitch is high, 2-1 to Henderson. And I said, look, I'm going to go on, but I had this whole elaborate setup planned to basically not be on camera, have this microphone in my lap, and sit in a reclined position. Henderson gets in one to center field and deep. That ball is back on the track and caught out there by Siri, just near the wall in dead center. Gunnar Henderson flies out about 390 feet. 2 down in the inning. Here's Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
So there you go. There's your first tangent of the night. Your boy, there's more than back pain going on, but no need to go down the list. It's just on top of everything else. But yeah, that's the first tangent of the night. I might be a little loopy on the mic. This pitch is low to O'Hearn for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. The Orioles have a run in on a leadoff homer by Colton Cowser. Ryan O'Hearn batting .270 on the season. The 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Got to be honest, I haven't seen a whole lot from Littell in these first 20 pitches. That looks like anything too difficult to deal with. None of his pitches look too nasty. That's a nice location there to get a called strike on the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike on O'Hearn. 2 down, bases empty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start putting up a little streak of my own on the. Here's a line drive, base hit in the right field by O'Hearn. A 2-out single. Turn on the faucet. O'Hearn does. We like 2-out rallies, don't we, Charm City chat? That was 105.8 off the bat. Yeah, so I'm thinking I put up a streak count because I don't want to miss a game. Too many hours in this chair. My back finally gave out. You're probably right, Robert. You're probably right. This pitch is low. They call that a strike on the outside corner at the knees to Eloy Jimenez. Eloy's at the plate. Oh, and 1 the count. 2 down, pitch, hit on the ground, and that ball is through on the right side. Another 2-out single. Back-to-back singles from O'Hearn and Jimenez, and the 2-out rally continues. Eloy giving the faucet gesture to the dugout. He's down. He's down with our traditions. And folks, does that bring up who I think we bring up? What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 hitter. Jackson Holliday. That's right, folks. You move him up 1 spot in the order, and you got a chance for him to hit in the first inning with 2 on and 2 out and a run already in. And there's a meeting on the mound now for the Rays. They're having a mound meeting over a 20-year-old kid. I love it.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
All right, folks. Let's go. Jackson Holliday coming up. 4 home runs since his recall. He's been on fire. At the plate right now. The first pitch, high for ball 1. Not even close. Suddenly, people are pitching to Holiday like he's a danger. Remember that first call-up? They just abused him. The 1-0 pitch, that is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Jackson. Here comes the 1-1. That ball is swung on and missed. A huge hack by Jackson. A Haxon. Jackson a hackin'. I don't know. I'll come up with something clever. By the way, his cross necklace is completely on backwards, hanging off of his back. Not sure if that's what he's intending. 1-2 the count. The next pitch from Littell is up and away, mostly up. For ball 2, 2-2 the count. Okay, the necklace is back on forwards. This is why I don't wear loose, jangly jewelry when I'm playing sports. Why do you want it bouncing around all over the place? I don't get it. This pitch is up and in. Full count. Full count with 2 down, which means both runners will be on the move. See, I told you I resembled the dude from Korn. I can't believe I got compared to the World Series of Poker guy. Are you kidding me? That pitch is called strike 3. Ump, you are trash.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
This pitch is inside. Jackson Holiday has a batting eye. There's a reason why he has such a high on-base percentage. He knows how to draw walks. He knew that was ball 4. He knew that wasn't ball. He knew that wasn't a strike. Umpire calls it strike 3 to end the inning with 2 men left stranded, taking the bat out of Holiday's hands.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling? Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles 1, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Coming up. That's right. It's morphine night on the Birdwatcher channel. I'm going to finish my breakfast, or at least try. I'll be right back. Yeah, back in my nightclub days when, I'm not lying. I would say at least a dozen times from different people, different shows, different nights. Because I was always either backstage or side stage working at this nightclub. And yeah. Are you John? You're the guy from Korn, right? Aren't you the singer from Korn? I'm like, no. I don't have my hair is short. Shorter. This pitch is low and away to Yandy Diaz. Here we go. Bottom of the first. Is there a strike zone even? Okay, there it is. Next pitch is lifted up into the air. And on the first base side, Mountcastle's got it. Oh, that's O'Hearn. Excuse me. Mounty's not even in the lineup. Ryan O'Hearn. Again, your boy. Prepare for some mistakes tonight. Ryan O'Hearn makes a catch in foul ground for the first out here in the bottom of the first, retiring Yandy Diaz. I'll be back on the mic or on the camera here in just a moment. But yeah, normally when somebody would ask me that, I said, well, at least I don't look like the guy from Creed. I guess it could be worse. Here's a pitch to Brandon Lau outside for ball 1. At least I'm not the Creed guy. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball from Eflin. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Lowe hitting .265, 14 homers, 43 driven in. 1-1 pitch stays off the plate. That ball tried to break over and backdoor Brandon Lowe, but it never broke. Just stayed out there. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one is swung on and missed. 88 miles an hour on the outside corner. If that wasn't his fastball, what was that at 88? Looked pretty straight. 2-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the first. Okay, that was a cutter. That would explain it. I don't get the cutter. If it doesn't move that much, then you're just throwing a slightly slower fastball, which is probably the most dangerous pitch you can throw. A lot of people get crushed off throwing, ineffective cutters. This pitch is low. 3-2 the count now. Full count on Brandon Lowe. And that's ball 4. And that is outside. A 1-out walk by Zach Eflin. Brandon Lowe at first. All right, I gotta get one more bite in here. Dylan Carlson up. And Carlson takes high for ball 1. Carlson came up with the Cardinals organization, if memory serves. Switch hitter. Was a huge prospect when he came up and never really found his footing. Maybe he will with the Rays. There's a called strike. 1-1 the count on Carlson. Hitting just .207 on the season, 1 homer, 15 RBI. Didn't really get a whole lot of action with the Cardinals, but will probably be an everyday player here. He's hitting 3rd in the lineup. I would assume he's playing every day. This pitch is fouled back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Why is BW making a bunch of weird noises on the microphone tonight? It's gonna be that kind of night, folks. The 1-2 count on Carlson. Runner at first, 1 down. That pitch is called strike 3, and that was the same pitch, an inch or 2 inside, that we got called against us on Holiday.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
McCann does a nice frame job on this. Now, that ball was definitely an inch outside there. 2 down for Christopher Morel, who looks at a called strike. That one does touch the outside corner. Morel batting just .194, but he's got 20 home runs on the season, 53 driven in. Plenty of power. He is he can play third base. He's playing second base tonight. There's a called strike. But in some form or fashion, he's sort of the replacement for Isaac Paredes. Again, the Cubs and the Rays made a big trade. Kind of a strange trade, to be honest, as both teams are out of it. This pitch is low and outside to Morel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Baltimore. 2 down for the Rays with a runner at first base. Morel at the plate. Eflin's 1-2 pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's our time. It's our time down here. Up there, it's their time. It's their time up there. Me, One-Eyed Willie, and Chester Copperpot. It's our time. This pitch is low. Full count. Another full count here in the inning from Eflin. Runner at first base will be off as soon as Eflin goes into his windup with 2 down and a full count. The pitch swung on, hit in the air. Right side, foul ground, first base. O'Hearn was waiting a long time, and luckily that cream-colored roof here at Tropicana Field didn't let O'Hearn lose sight of that baseball. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Eflin goes one inning, does not give up a hit, but does issue a walk. We go to the second, 1-0 Baltimore. Hey, you guys! Rocky Road? Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. Ma, you've been bad. Sloth, love, chunk. And I think that's all his lines. I think those are all the sloth lines. I think he's got like 6 lines. I went through them all. All right. Janet and Matt are here. Janet, I got to tell you. Norman Chad never complains about his subscriber count. Ha 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 ha. You know, you've kind of annoyed me more than once. So, you know, come on back in, I don't know, half an hour if you're up for it. You know? You think I was happy with myself about yesterday, buddy? You think I enjoyed it? You could ask the mods here. I felt miserable about yesterday. I never felt so pathetic and demoralized in my life. And again, I'm done with it. I've already said I'm done with that. So, you know, if you want to sit there and poke at a wound, if that's how you get your jollies, if you like to maybe find something that somebody's a little sensitive about and use it to weaponize it for your own personal enjoyment, well, you know what? I don't appreciate it. Sorry. That's not the way I find my humor. We got a base hit to lead off the inning from Ced Mullins as we get back to baseball. Thank you, Ced. He lines one up the middle of the center field, first pitch.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood anymore. Those days are over. But I didn't. You're so sensitive. But I didn't. Well, you know what? It's my right. You know, if you walk up to somebody at a bar and try to strike up a conversation and they blow you off, what do you sit there and go, why are you so sensitive? No, you walk your ass away. Try to find somebody else to bug. Take the hint. Your boy's finished. Oh, my goodness. Ced Mullins is checked on at first. We got a 1-0 count on Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
Nobody out. The pitch. That one swung on and lifted into left field and deep. Going back, looking, and that ball is caught up against the wall. Ramon Arias just comes up short of a 2-run homer. Just missed it. Almost got every stitch of that ball. Came up a little bit short. Looked good off the bat. Again, folks, just so you know, I know people are arriving little by little. Not everybody's here at the top of the show. Your boy's heavily medicated because he doesn't want to miss a game. So if my behavior tonight is not so great, I'm giving you a warning right now. 0-1 the count on James McCann. Now, if you want to be cool and civil and chill and hang out and be buddies with me, I think we'll have a fine night. But, man, if you pick tonight to get under my skin, it ain't gonna last for too long. This pitch is a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Normally, I'd love to have a little back and forth with those types. Serve back a volley of my own. But tonight, no, not tonight. Runner at first, 1 out. The 0-2 count on McCann. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCann is at the plate, folks.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy. Looks like his plastic face shield while hitting has been modified a little bit since the last time he's played. Got a 1-2 count, and this pitch is swung on and missed. Down goes McCann for the second out here in the top of the second. Why is Mullins still standing at first base? Let's get him moving. Come on, Sed. Get a move on. His nose has been surgically fixed. All right. I thought it wasn't broken, though. I guess fractured isn't a break. I don't know. I thought there was an actual... I don't know. Whatever got fixed, it's been fixed. With surgery, apparently. Colton Cowser's at the plate. Here we go. Cowser. Responsible for the only run in the game so far. A leadoff homer. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, runner at first. 1-0 Baltimore, top of the second. One pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike. Yeah, if you're going to type in 6 tilted head laughing emojis along with your insult to me, yeah, what do you expect me to do? You're not laughing with me. You're laughing at me. Take a hike. Find another channel, please. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cowser, and that is luckily not called a strike. The catcher tried to frame it a couple inches off the plate outside. Looks like the umpire is giving an inch or two on the inside part of the plate, or at least the inside against the left-hander. But the outside edge, he's not giving that call. The 2-2, and a swing and a miss as Cowser chases one upstairs. Strike 3 to end the inning. Cowser shaking off his right hand after that swing. I'm not sure if he might have sprained something there in his right hand. He's sort of squeezing it, and well, they've cut away now to a commercial, so I can't tell you anything more about Cowser, but hopefully he'll be okay. He was definitely favoring his right hand after that last swing. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 1 and the Rays nothing. Maybe I should just work on rolling up a special lucky during a commercial break. I'm just going to shift over here for a while. Don't mind me, folks. Don't mind me at all. I'm kind of right here. Hey, by the way, the Yankees game was already rained out today, right? They're playing a doubleheader tomorrow. Can somebody confirm that? We got a chance to take sole possession of first place after tonight's game. If we can win it. That sound about right? Even though technically we are ahead because we're ahead on the tiebreaker, but yeah. Got a rain out. All right. How is, oh, by the way, I meant to ask this already. I saw that there was like a coastal flooding warning in the Baltimore area. When I went to bed last night, which would have been, early this morning for you guys, like maybe 4 or 5 a.m. How's the weather doing around the area for you guys? Hopefully you guys are all, obviously if you're here, you're safe and sound, but hopefully there hasn't been any damage or anything like that after these storms. Are they pretty much over now? Ben Rortvedt is at the plate, catcher for the Rays. He takes a called strike. Here in the bottom of the second, Eflin's next pitch is tapped towards short, slowly, charging. The throw is made, and Rortvedt is retired, 1 away in the bottom of the second. Ramon Arias with the assist on that softly hit ground ball. It has rained here the past 3 days, like nonstop, no break rain? Nonstop, no break kind of rain, or on and off? It really hard rain? Like flooding rain? This pitch is off the plate to Johnny DeLuca. DeLuca batting 187, 3 homers, 21 driven in. 1-0 the count on him, 1 down, bases empty, bottom of the second. Next pitch is hit on the line and through the left side, a base hit. Line drive single by DeLuca with 1 out. Holy cow. My go-to weed guy ripped me off with this latest batch that arrived yesterday. This thing has got more seeds than a watermelon. Here's a called strike to Jose Caballero. I don't know why he's hanging his head there. That pitch was in the zone the whole way there. Caballero batting 233. Runner at first, 1 down. And this pitch is fouled back behind the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. I mean, the seeds in this batch I've just got yesterday, it's ridiculous. I could build like a birdhouse out of these seeds. It's like you pick up a bud, you go to break it apart, and it just dissolves in your hand into a bunch of seeds. This pitch is popped up to left. Could be trouble down the line. It's in foul ground, and Gunnar Henderson makes a sliding catch of it. He throws back toward first to try to double up DeLuca, who shouldn't have been anywhere too far off the bag as that ball wound up in foul ground. No reason for DeLuca to be anywhere that far off the bag. What a beautiful play there by Gunnar. Running out there to the foul line, away from the infield to make a catch, 2 out in the inning. I mean, there's nothing worse than a seed in a joint. You're sitting there with some seed like a stowaway on a ship. You don't even know it's there. You go to take a drag, and next thing you know, it's like an exploding cigar trick. Here's Taylor Walls at the plate, batting just 153. He's got a 1-0 count after ball 1, and now a check on the runner. DeLuca at first. He's in safely. 2 down, runner at first. 1-0 Orioles in the bottom of the second. And this pitch is a little bit high, 2-0. Eflin's 2-0 is reached for and hit into center field. Going back a few steps is Mullins, but he's got room. Walls does not have the power to hit the ball out the dead center. And that's it. Eflin gets a fly ball out from a hitter that probably shouldn't be trying to hit a ball out. And that'll do it. We head to the 3rd inning. It's the Orioles 1, the Rays nothing. I'll be right back. Here's some chill music. Okay, this special lucky has been de-seeded. Now how quickly can I roll her up? This is a timed event. I learned this trick by watching a lot of Double Dare as a kid. Remember that physical challenge where you had to beat your opponent to rolling a blunt? Nobody remembers that? All right. It was one of their more controversial events. Right up there with the Sunday slide. All right, now the crucial part of the process as this game is about to get back underway. The initial rollover. All right, here we go. Is it Anthony Santander already again, folks?
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Tony with a check swing, and he went around 0-1. Anthony 0 for 1 tonight. Get them taters up, folks. Come on now. This one swung on and fouled back, 0-2 the count. The 0-2 to Tony is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We are in the top of the third, folks. The first game of a 3-game series down in St. Petersburg. Last meeting between the Orioles and Rays this season. The Orioles, after losing 2 out of 3 in Toronto, really need to, at minimum, take 2 out of 3 here to earn a 500 record on a 10-game road trip. Here's a ball, and Tony loses the bat swinging at it. He fouls it away with the bat flying just slightly farther than the ball did over to the right side. Tony might get a new piece of lumber here. Tony's so hot the bat can't even stay in his hands. Tony sprays the bat down with a little bit of scrubbing bubbles or Lysol or Pledge. I don't know what the hell they spray it with. Here we go, a 1-2 count. Low and away, 2-2. 2-2 on Tony Taters. The pitch. Taken, called, strike 3, and Anthony knew it. He was walking back to the dugout before the umpire even made a gesture. That ball started inside edge and broke right back over the middle of the bottom of the plate. Well, not middle, but it got farther into the zone. Gunnar Henderson's due up. We know what that means.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
1 out, nobody on. First pitch, outside edge, called a strike. The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Henderson 0 for 1 so far tonight. And this pitch is hit on the ground right side. The first baseman has it. He'll flip it to Littell covering the bag, and that's 2 down here in the top of the third. Bases empty, 2 down for the Orioles. I know what you're saying, folks. BW, why don't you just get yourself one of those little rolling machines? Make it a whole lot easier on yourself. Well, again, I travel light. Things take up room. If there's anything I can do without taking up space, I do it. Ryan O'Hearn, first pitch, he goes after it, slams the bat head down, as this will be an easy fly ball to left to end the inning. The Orioles go quickly and quietly here in the top of the third. Bottom of the third we go. Still 1-0 Orioles. And I'll be back on, well, I'm already on screen. look at my head just hanging out in the corner. Here's a little more of that chill music. I'll be back on the full screen here in a sec. Hey, by the way, what night is the Ravens preseason game? Is Rob already taken off? Is that tonight or is that another night? There's a Ravens preseason game. Normally they're on Saturdays, right? Preseason. Although I know sometimes they're on Friday. Even maybe a Thursday. Is that tonight? Somebody knows for sure. Surely there's big Ravens fans out here. Pre-rolled. Oh, that's for the entitled. You know who buys pre-rolled joints? The kind of people that went to Fire Festival. I mean, come on, folks. It ain't that hard. Come on now. Maybe I can pay for somebody to tie my shoe for me. Actually, one day I might have to do that. Could you please? Well, no, because at that point, if you're that old, you're wearing Velcro, right? That's the move. You go with the Velcro, the slip-ons. All right, here we go. Bottom of the third. First pitch to Jose Siri, fouled off to the left. Siri batting just .205. He's got 14 homers, 37 driven in. This pitch is fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Zach Eflin just on 30 pitches now, as he's 2 strikes in on the first batter of the third inning. We've got some kind of break here. What's happening? The trainer is coming out to talk to Siri, I guess, along with the manager. And Siri is favoring his right hand after that last pitch. So that's what they're looking at right now. He will stay in the ball game. Maybe it's just a stinger, and that visit from the trainer gave the hand enough time to let that sting subside a little bit, if not completely. An 0-2 count on Siri here. Bottom of the third, nobody out, nobody on. The pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this J is clean, clean, clean. Hey, there's a movie trivia quote for you. Swing and a miss. Siri chases an Eflin. I don't know if that's a slider or what, but it broke way off the plate.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That looked like a slider to me. Hard breaking. Low and outside. And down goes Siri to begin the bottom of the third. All right, folks. The movie quote is, slurve. It's a slurve? All right. You already know. Mr. Hyde already knows these pipes are clean. He already knows the damn movie. Well, forget about it. This pitch is low. 2-0 the count. I don't know what's more embarrassing, Mr. Hyde, the fact that you're that big of a Cabin Boy fan or the fact that you answered it before I even quoted it. I love that movie. Yeah, I love it, man. Andy Richter. Okay, we're going to Hawaii. 2-1 the count. This pitch is off to the right side, down toward the foul line. Long run for Tony, and he barely misses a beautiful head-first sliding catch. And he might have got a little bit of that sand or gravel or whatever that synthetic dirt is on the track there, up in his ear hole. Tony just came up short. Might have got some in his eyes, too. Man, that's... You got to be careful going head first onto that area. This field is awful. Everything about it is not fit for 21st century baseball. It's not fit for 20th century baseball. You can see the indentions of balls that have hit the wall right behind Tony. I mean, this place looks like a derelict playground that nobody's played on since the early 70s. Here's a swing and a miss. Eflin with another strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Another K in the inning. 2 down. Eflin looking to strike out the side after blowing away Yandy Diaz. Here's Brandon Lau. He walked his first time up. And this pitch is swung on and missed. Swung on and missed. It's not old school AstroTurf. It's like this more synthetic sort of hybrid, real hybrid fake stuff. This is on the edge for a called strike 2. So it's not as bouncy as the old school AstroTurf. It's a little more friendly when you're diving or hitting the ground. There's a little more softness to it. It feels a little bit more like grass, but then it's mixed in with all this sand. So whenever you go to dive or whatever, it's kicking up sand. This pitch is grounded foul off to the left. Still 0-2 on Brandon Lau. All right, one more. I got to do my moil part of this operation and clip the tip. Just got to clip the tip off like a proper moil. There. This joint has been circumcised. Ready to go. All right, 2 down. 0-2 pitch coming to Brandon Lau. Here it is. Way outside, 1-2. I'm shifting back on over here now. Look at that hop and a shift. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Zach Eflin strikes out the side in order.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, I had to do it 3 times. He struck out the side. Let's go, Zach Eflin. I mean, this is what we wanted, right? Go out there and get a starting pitcher, then go in there and strike out the side. 4 Ks through 3, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs. We go to the 4th, 1-0 Baltimore. I tell you what.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Let everybody know. Oh, my God. All right, so I'm going to actually stand up now, and let's try out the back. Do your work, Morphine. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. What am I missing here? What am I missing? This. Eloy Jimenez is at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Jimenez 1 for 1 tonight. The pitch taken low. 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm sure Eflin is fired up facing his former team. This is the team he was just on a couple of weeks ago. This ball is hit off of Littell's leg, and the throw to first will not be in time, and it is offline. Eloy Jimenez, have yourself an infield single, why don't you? Mr. Hyde, no plans on doing Ravens games. I'm just not as comfortable attempting to do it because I feel like there's people out there who are way more knowledgeable about the Ravens. I don't follow them as closely as I do baseball. It might take me a couple of years to even consider doing it, but for now I feel like somebody else out there is probably going to do a better job than me, so why not let them do it? As here's a called strike to Jackson Holliday. By the way, I would actually advise other content creators out there to maybe take that same approach. Maybe allow other people who are already doing something to do it, if they're doing it well. This pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't know what I'm talking about. One and 1 to count on Holliday. Runner at first, nobody out. Holliday was struck out on a bad call his last time up. This pitch is up and in, 2-1. The Trop is a dump. Their food selection is the only thing they have been working on for them. Club did get plans for new stadium passed. They've been talking about, plans passed. This pitch is hit towards second base. And it's going to be a 6-6-3 double play. Jackson Holliday. Taylor Walls fields it, taps the second base bag, throws to first for a double play. Ouchie.
Big buck, stop it all.
Base is empty, 2 down after the twin killing from Holliday. Here's Sid Mullins.
Well said, now you know what to do.
First pitch, he shows bunt, and it's going to be foul off to the left side. Littell now up to 60 pitches with 2 down in the 4th. Mullins singled his last time up. There's some carrots for me. What's up, Doc? Carrots. I got corn, I got carrots. What am I doing? Am I making a stew? Am I making what am I doing here? 0-1 pitch. Mullins shows bunt again, and it's a called strike. Said, what are we doing? Are we trying to bunt, or are we, what are we doing? Whatever that was, you got an 0-2 count now. Two down, nobody on, top of the 4th. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, right side. It's backing up the right fielder, but he's still in front of the track, and he'll make the catch. DeLuca catches this fly ball on right to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Orioles 1, the Rays nothing. The Orioles have a run on 5 hits, no errors. The Rays no runs, just 1 hit. Baltimore's left 3 men on base. Tampa so far 2. Yeah, they've been talking about the whole plan when they got this expansion team was like, oh, well, we don't really have like a ballpark we really want for a major league team, but we got this Tropicana Field thing. It'll work for a couple of years while we get a stadium going. That was 30 years ago. They're still there. Again, I brought up the Atlanta ballpark between Fulton County Stadium and the current place they play, Turner Field or whatever it was. I actually went to a ball game there once. That place was built after the Trop and was left, and the Trop is still around. Yeah, they say that, but I mean, you know, Patriot fans got to drive from Boston to Foxborough or whatever, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, St. Pete. What's the What's the what do you call it? I can't even think of the damn word. How many people live? Population. Thank you. Very easy word. What's the population of Tampa versus St. Pete? It's pretty comparable, right? So even if they were technically the St. Pete Rays, there should be enough people out there to draw better crowds than this. It's a lousy ballpark. If they had a really nice ballpark, anybody living in Tampa would make the drive. I'm pretty sure. This pitch is hit on the ground to second base by Dylan Carlson. First pitch of the inning in the fourth. Holiday throws him out. 1 out in the fourth. Zach Eflin is cruising. Yeah, and they couldn't even sell out a playoff game last year. Their entire upper deck is permanently shut down. They make a point with their cameras to never even let you see the upper deck because they're embarrassed by it. Here's a call strike to Christopher Morel. 0-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Here's a swing and a miss. And the count now 0-2. It is wild, Michael. I mean, you really do have to hand it to the Rays front office to take what little resources they have and do what they've been doing now for the last, 15 years? It took a while for them to figure it out. A recipe to win without a big payroll or much attendance. But I don't know if that recipe is going to last forever because right now they're struggling. This is a line drive past the diving glove of Henderson into left field, a base hit by Christopher Morel. A 1-out single here in the bottom of the fourth. 262,000 in St. Pete. And then what's Tampa? Like what, 500,000? I mean, you got the Minnesota Twins, right? Technically, Minneapolis and St. Paul, right? I mean, if you live in St. Paul, you're still going to games, right? I don't know. See, Ray just typed in the same damn thing. Here's a swing and a miss. Ben Rortvedt at the plate. 0-1 the count on him. 1 out, runner at first. Rortvedt, a left-handed hitting catcher. I mean, folks, when I lived in D.C., I just hopped on a MARC train to Camden Yards, 40-minute train ride or whatever it was. I didn't mind it at all. 1-1 the count now on Ben Rortvedt. A little less than 400,000. So there you go. I mean, so you're talking about, I don't know, what is it, 40%, 35% of the fans in the area are from St. Pete. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So, I've heard all the excuses. Fact of the matter is they've had more than enough time to build a damn ballpark. And if they can't do it, then they shouldn't be playing there because this ballpark and this fan base it's embarrassing. The 1-2 pitch is fouled away. And I don't mean that as an offense to anybody out there who is a Rays fan. It's just, it is what it is. I hate saying that expression, but I just said it. Here's the 1-2 to Ben Rortvedt from Zach Eflin, and this pitch is swung on and missed. Down goes another batter. Holy cow.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yep, that is also true. Take a look at the stands in a given ball game, and half the people there aren't even Rays fans. They're just people who live in Florida that happen to follow the team coming in from out of town. Here's DeLuca at the plate. First pitch to him is way off the plate outside for ball 1. 2 down, runner at first. We're in the bottom of the fourth. DeLuca is 1 for 1 today. The trop is a flop. Check on the runner. He's back. Yeah, I mean, 30 years. There's just there's no more excuses, no more, well, if we get a plan. We agreed on a plan. I'm sure there was a plan agreed on when I was still a teenager. The 1-0 is fouled away off to the right. 1 ball and 1 strike. We've got over 175 people tuned in tonight. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Orioles versus Rays, first game of a 3-game series. The 1-1 is swung on. That is drilled left field. Running after it is Cowser near the foul line, and he makes the catch in foul ground and hands the ball off to a little boy sitting in the picnic table section down there in the left field corner. Colton Cowser, not only is a hero, he's just a nice guy. He makes a great catch, and his first instinct is to hand the ball off to a little kid. I'm sure that kid's going to remember that moment for the rest of his life. We go to the 5th, 1-0 Orioles. Cows are due up 3rd in the inning. All right, one more moment off screen here, folks. I'll be right back. Right back. Hang out. Don't you dare go anywhere. Folks, just a friendly reminder, please think about hitting that like button at the bottom of your screen. It's a thumb pointing upwards. If you tap it, it turns bright white, and it helps out my channel a lot. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. Thank you. All right, we're ready to go top of the 5th. Ramon Arias is at the plate.
I have a brother.
And he takes low and away for ball 1. All right. Your boy's back on screen. Sorry for the bright sunlight over my left shoulder here. Here's a swing line drive, base hit into left field. Ramon Arias begins the top of the 5th with a single. Let's go. That's our number 9 hitter tonight, right? Oh, no, we got McCann. McCann should be coming up next. Here he is.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
Tough guy. He's a tough guy.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
McCann struck out back in the 2nd. Runner on, nobody out. The pitch. Swung on and missed. That looked like a sweeping slider off the outside edge. .65 pitches for Littell with nobody out in the 5th. Next pitch is in on the hands. That is skewed, and it's going to drop towards second base, and a bare-hand attempt is misplayed out there at second by Morrell. So everybody is safe. That should be down as an infield single for McCann. Folks, infield singles from Eloy Jimenez and James McCann, the 2 slowest guys on the team? Say it ain't so. We got 2 on, nobody out, and now up to the top of the order. Folks, this is rally time. Let's go. Colton Cowser coming to the plate. Get those cows up in the chat. First pitch. Called a strike. That's off the plate. Come on, Blue.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
0-1 the count on Cowser. First and second, nobody out. The pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Colton. He stretched it into a single. McCann stretched it into a single. That's funny, Mr. Hyde. Thank you. The 1-1 pitch. That one's lifted high but out of play. 1-2 the count. Cowabunga, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Just eating some pizza, learning about history. All right, Hamilton. Here's the 1-2 to Cowser. Way high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Littell's already given up 7 hits through the first 4 innings. The pitch swung on and wow, did he miss it? He did. The catcher dropped the ball. I thought maybe a foul tip, but Cowser swings and misses. He strikes out. Not a productive at-bat from Cowser. And you got to remember, buddy, you're in the leadoff spot. 2 on, nobody out. You don't have to always hit a extra base hit. You just want to try to get those runners over there. You got to at least make contact. Here's Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
And he goes after the first pitch, but he's out in front of it. Will foul it off to the right. That ball was lifted high into the air, but foul. 0-2 for Santander so far tonight. Get them taters up. Calvin, you're talking about don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Dishes are done, man. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away off to the right. Let's not mix up our 80s teen comedies, right? McCann is still wearing a protective, transparent mask with some brown padding below the eyes. I'm sure it's uncomfortable as hell. Santander is hitting .250 on the season with runners in scoring position, which isn't much higher than his average on the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch, up and away. Up and away, a ball and 2 strikes. Two on, 1 out. 1-0 Baltimore, top of the 5th. The 1-2 pitch to Tony is outside. Ball 2. Ball 2. Man, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead's one of those weird movies. Nobody actually saw it in a theater, but apparently everybody has seen it. I guess it got a lot of play on cable. The 2-2 pitch swung on, and that's a foul ball out of play. Still 2-2 on Tony as he has another extended at-bat here. Two on, 1 out. 2-2 the count on Santander. Here comes the pitch. It's high. 3-2. One more bugle charge in this AB. There weren't many options back then. You know what? Less options, I think, might have been better. Because then it was more of a shared experience because we were all watching the same stuff. Tony gets into one. Right center. This ball is on the track and caught out there by Siri. Runner at second will easily move up to third. Runner at first stays put. There are now 2 down. Tony flies out deep for the second out of the inning. Runners at the corners. And that means it's time for Gunner.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
All right, folks. I guess I lied. Let's see. Do we got anything to celebrate tonight? Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. But here we are. And, yep, still not there. We're on the Gunner screen. 2 down, runners at the corners. The pitch is low for ball 1. Old habits die hard, I guess. Old habits die hard. Folks, 2 of you unsubscribed out there could make tonight's special. If you sub it up, it's free, it's easy. Just takes a click of the button there. Here's a called strike to Gunnar. The count now 1-1. Henderson is 0 for 2 on the night. He's been 0 for the last couple of games, I believe. I think he's had a walk in there, but he's been lacking in the hit department. This pitch is fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 81 pitches now for Littell. Yeah, we've got Gene Segura. Can you believe we've got Gene Segura on a contract as the number goes down? You know what? I'm my mistake. I'm sorry. I told myself don't do it, and I did it, and I got exactly what I thought would happen. So that's me making a dumb decision again. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Gunnar Henderson, and that one is lifted foul and out of play. I mean, I'm starting to get a little worried about some of you out there who seem to enjoy watching me suffer more than they enjoy watching some baseball together. Not a very good comment on humanity, is it? 1-2 the count on Henderson. 2 down, runners at the corners. The pitch, low and in, 2-2. 2-2. Come on now. The Orioles have scored the second most runs with 2 down in a given inning. Only the Brewers have scored more with 2 down, and that's by 1 run. So if Gunnar can drive 1 in here, we'll be tied for the top. If he can do more than that, we'll have the best record in that department. He's got a full count here with runners at first and third. McCann will be off at the pitch at first. And the pitch is fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Littell now on 86 pitches. Not sure if he's going to be out there for a sixth inning of work. He is only given up 1 run so far. He's certainly done as much, if not more, than the Rays would expect. Here's a payoff pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. And all these foul balls are probably lowering the probability of Littell going any farther than this inning. 9 pitches so far in this at-bat with Gunnar Henderson. First and third, 2 down. And yet another payoff pitch coming. Here it is. That one is taken, and that is ball 4. That could have been called a strike. Gunnar gets credit for the walk.
I'm walking here.
Book Doc just subbed 3 times. What took you so long, Book Doc? Oh, if I go back and see 1800 only for somebody else to unsub, I don't know if my heart can take it. We'll check it out here. Well, we got a mound visit right now.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Oh, no. Somebody come in hot? Here we go. Let's take a look. Oh, I already X'd it out completely. We'll take a look between innings. Again, folks, I'm not going to allow it to be my number 1 priority while I'm calling a game anymore. I made that mistake last night. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's fun to celebrate a milestone together, but not at the cost of being demoralized. Here's Ryan O'Hearn up there with the bases loaded and 2 down. 1 for 2 already today. Come on, Charm City. We can get a big hit right here. O'Hearn goes after the first pitch. Center field. It's dropping and it'll fall in. 1 run scores. Here comes McCann. It's a 2-run RBI single for Ryan O'Hearn. The Orioles lead it 3-0. Ryan O'Hearn with some 2-out magic.
Ho, ho, it's magic. You know.
3-0 Baltimore. 2-out magic. Runners at the corners now. Here in the top of the 5th. Up is Eloy Jimenez. First pitch, he swings and hits a ground ball to short. They go to second for the force, and the inning is over. But a big 2-out, 2-run single by your boy Turn and Burn O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
And the Orioles go to the bottom of the 5th, now ahead 3-0. Let's go. All right, you want me to go through this pain? I'm doing this off screen. What do you think I am? A glutton for punishment? You think I'm some kind of you think I'm into punishment? This is not Let's see what we got here. We'll check the out-of-town scores here in a minute as well, as we're halfway through the ball game now. Well, would you look at that? Ladies and gentlemen. And bring it back on over here. We did it! Now let me hurry up and get off of this screen before somebody unsubs just to break my heart. But we done did it. Thank you, Book Doc, for helping me getting across the line. Thanks to everybody. 1,800.
And I want to thank you very much for that.
We're going to get
really
to 2,000 here some point between now and September. And what a great first season it has been. Let's go. Hearts aplenty. Here's a toast to the Book Doc and to all the other bird watchers out there. First season, folks. First season of many. I'm going to do this until I drop dead. That's my plan. Don't worry, I won't drop dead on stream. I will do it during the off season. Yeah, Y2K, as in, why does BW have 2K followers? Why? Hey, you know what that deserves, folks? It's time for a special lucky. There it is, folks. Right there. Lucky for 1,800. Is that my fingernail? Oh, my, I need to cut my nails. Oh, that's embarrassing. They're clean, but they're a little long. All right, Caballero at the plate. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Jose Caballero leading it off for the Rays. Next pitch out off the plate, 1-1. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. Shortstop, Gunner, over to first. In time. Nice, strong throw. And you know what? He didn't sidearm that throw. That was a conventional throw from Gunnar Henderson, and I'm very, very happy to see it. Again, you don't have to be flashy, Gunnar. A nice, fundamental throw. That's what we need, buddy. One down here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Taylor Walls, 0 for 1. He shows bunt, lays it down, but it's going to roll foul, third base side. All right, Special Lucky is here. Let's go.
Call it the Baltimore Miracle or some shit.
Here's the 0-1 to Walls. Swung on. That one's going to be dunked in left center field. as you see a splotch of sand and dirt kick up. Again, everything, even the green part of the field, it's like a litter box. I swear to God, it's a green litter box for a field here at the Trop. That's the kind of ground they're working on. I'm surprised a cat turd hasn't flown off of the field after a ball strikes a certain spot. Here's Jose Siri now. 1 on, 1 out. He takes low and off the plate for ball 1. Siri 0 for 1 tonight. 3-0 Orioles. Bottom of the 5th. First game of 3 here in Tampa / St. Pete. Here's a pitch right down the gut. 1 ball, 1 strike. I guess Suarez is staying in the rotation. Yeah, Suarez is already announced as the Sunday starter. The Orioles didn't call up any starters after this latest injury to Grayson. They've called up a couple of relievers to replace Webb and Grayson, so naturally you got to, again, so not only are you taking Albert Suarez out of his best role, in my humble opinion, you're also now removing the only long man we had. I don't understand the move. I really don't. This pitch is off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Siri. Might I also mention having one left-hander? I mean, we do have the one. We got Rogers, but hey, by the way, Lovelady. Remember Lovelady, folks? We haven't seen Lovelady since back when we were playing Mendick. He's out there getting loose for the Rays. This pitch is off the plate. Full count on Siri. The number 9 hitter, Eflin, does not like to walk people. You would think he would not be walking the number 9 guy, so expect a pitch in the zone here. Here comes the payoff, and it's swung on and missed, and a throw down to second, and he is safe. Long delayed call there by the second base ump on the stolen base attempt. The Orioles do get a strikeout there of Siri.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
But Taylor Walls steals a bag. That's his 7th steal of the season. 2 down, runner at second. Back to the top of the order for Yandy Diaz. Diaz 0 for 2 so far tonight. He's fouled out and struck out. There's a slider on the outside corner for a called strike. Two down, runner at second. Boy, Diaz has a lot of color on his uniform. This pitch is swung on and reached for, fouled away off to the right, 0-2. I mean, he's got 1 purple shoe, 1 lime green shoe. He's also got a pinkish sleeve on his left arm with a purple, like, sweat band on the right. Swing and a miss, and down goes Diaz. Holy cow.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Down goes Yandy Diaz, or as I like to call him, Rainbow Bright. I mean, what is the color combo going on here, Yandy? You look like you fell into a Crayola factory, like a vat of crayons or something. I think it would have been funnier if I just stuck with the first thing. All right, we go to the 6th inning. It's 3-0 Orioles. All right, morphine and weed. What do you want? I'm doing my best. This is like an athlete, you know, when they've got an injury and they go into the training room and the trainer's like, all right, just bend over and take a shot of this in your butt. You'll get through the game. And they're like, what are you putting in me over here? Don't worry about it. It takes away the pain. All right, well, go for it. This game's already more than half over. Look at me. I could do a doubleheader. Just don't expect me to do a Magic Mike dance in this condition. Or any karate chop moves. No high kicks. I know what my limitations are. Oh, yeah, I was talking about looking at the out-of-town scores, right? We're done over here on the Twitter side of things. No weird. If I did a weird Herald, my back, that might actually align my back right back up. That might actually fix my back. Doing the weird Herald dance. Or, I'm sorry, it's not even a dance. It's just a walk. Richard Lovelady. I guess we'll look at the out-of-town scores here in a little bit because he's on the mound in the first pitch to Jackson Holiday. Low and in for ball. No, that's a strike. Come on, ump. Holiday at the plate, folks. Leading off the top of the sixth, he's 0 for 2 today. That one is swung on and missed. Actually, that ball dropped right at its feet. He might have got a piece of it. But it's still 0-2 either way on Jackson Holiday. Leading it off in the top of the sixth. I can't walk like a weird herald. This be the oba tuba pitch ba. Fly ba ball ba tuba let ba field ba. Caught out. One out here in the inning. Sorry. That's my first time calling a baseball play with Mushmouth from Fat Albert on the call there. Folks, but don't forget about the Corbin Burns ba bobblehead ba night ba. First ba 25 ba thousand fans ba gets ba bobblehead ba. Here's Sid Mullins.
Folks said now you know what to do.
One out, nobody on. That pitch is off the plate outside. This pitch is also away. 2 balls, no strikes. Hey there, Derek. Only the second time you've ever heard me, and I'm doing great. Boy, you should hear me when I'm sober. This pitch is swung on, hit in the air to left. And a lot of room out there near the bullpen area, but not going to be in reach of the left fielder. That's a weird area out there. You got a bullpen. You got people like with picnic tables. You got people with drinks right on the rubberized wall there, like just 2 feet away from a guy actively throwing in the pen. That's where I'd be sitting during the ball game here. There's a called strike on Mullins, outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, there's a reliever out there getting loose with one of those rubberized bands that you do stretches with. This pitch is fouled away. 2-2 on Mullins. Again, is it Richard Lovelady? Please tell me it's Richard. Because that means, that means basically his name is Dick Lovelady. Because Richard, the shorthand for Richard, if it's not Rich, it's Dick. So we've got Dick Lovelady on the mound. Sid Mullins with a full count. Make what you want out of a name like Dick Lovelady. This pitch is hit in the air and well, right center. This ball is going to go! Bye-bye, birdie! As that ball hits off the screen next to the Stingray tank out in deep right center field. The Stingrays have awoken out in the pool, 426 feet from Sid, and the Orioles have made it 4-0. A stinger from Sid.
It's magic, you know.
My goodness, Mullins goes for the Stingray tank. Take a drink from the Homer station. Make sure it's not that Stingray water. They might be pulling a prank on you out here. I don't know if this place can afford to give you filtered water. Check the pH balance level on that stuff. 2-0 the count on Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
4-0 Baltimore, top of the sixth. As Sid Mullins takes Dick Lovelady deep. All right. That's right. Dick Love Lady taken deep. This ball's hit on the ground. First base side. Scooped up. And Brandon Lau will have the unassisted put out. 2 down in the inning. Base is empty. 2 down. Top of the 6th. Mullins may not have a huge... Oh, I thought we were going back to the other joke. Oh, stats. Okay, stats. Huge stats. That's right. That was deep. This one's lined by McCann into center. A base hit. A 2-out single for James. Look at this guy. Oh, McCann turns on the faucet again.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
2 down, McCann on, and back to the top of the order for Colton Cowser. Here comes the first pitch in there for a called strike. Ah, man. I can't get enough of Dick Love Lady. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a called strike. 0-2 the count. Oh, boy. Is my mind and body in a completely different place than it was about 4 hours ago. This pitch is fouled away. Or no, is that strike 3? Cowser strikes out again. It's not been a good night at the plate for the milkman. But said Mullins gets into one. Hits the Stingray pool. I mean, it would have hit the pool. It would have hit off the fiberglass front. But there's a screen there to protect that. And it hit that netting there. 4 runs, 10 hits for Baltimore after 6 innings. The Rays have been shut out. Zach Eflin coming out for his 6th inning of work. How's everybody doing? Good. All right, finally, out-of-town score time. Let's go. What do we got? Earlier today, the Twins doubled up Cleveland 4-2. Cleveland lost again. Everything else is going on now or coming up soon. Angels 2-1 over the Nationals. That's going into the 7th. Blue Jays and A's tied at 1. That is halfway through. Marlins with a 2-0 lead on San Diego. That's in the top of the 6th. Red Sox 3-1 over the Astros going into the 5th inning there. Cubs jump out to a 3-0 lead on their crosstown rival White Sox. They put 3 runs up in the top half of the first, and now it's going to the bottom half. No score, just getting started between the Brewers and Reds, and then I guess the Twins and Guardians have a doubleheader. Second doubleheader this week for Cleveland. They just had a doubleheader against Arizona. So that game is just getting started. Scoreless. Cardinals got up to a 2-0 lead after 1 inning against the Royals. Games coming up later. Braves against the Rockies. Phillies out there playing Arizona again. The Pirates at the Dodgers. Mets at the Mariners. And the Tigers are in San Fran. There you go. All caught up. By the way, the Yankees rained out. Who are they playing? Can I remember who the 30th team is? Who the hell are the Yankees supposed to be playing? Somebody let your boy know. Who they got this weekend? They just got done playing the Angels, right? Zach Eflin is ready to go here in the bottom of the 6th. And it looks like the scoreboard is a little bit ahead of me now. Uh-oh. Rangers, thank you, Juice. We're going to hang out down here for a little bit, even though this page just jumps around on its own. First pitch to Brandon Lau, bottom of the 6th, fouled away. 70 pitches for Eflin here as we just begin the 6th. He's got a chance to go 7 innings. He's got a chance to go 7. Yeah, I think it's the Rangers. That's the one team I don't remember reading off. This one's hit on the ground, third base side. Ramon Arias, tough play across his body in time. Nice play by Ramon. This was not as easy as a play as you might think. He had to charge it, moving away from the first base bag, and still had to get a strong throw across his body, across the diamond, and he did it accurately. Nice play, Ramon, for the first out. Bottom of the sixth. Here's Dylan Carlson. Yeah, there's a doubleheader tomorrow for the Rangers-Yankees. I think it's a 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock setup. Called strike to Carlson, 0-1. Eflin is cruising, folks. He is cruising right now. And, folks, I know Grayson is down, and I'm not saying that this has any reflection on that, and there's a called strike too. But when we got Eflin and we're talking about the pecking order in the postseason, I immediately said, even though everybody I've heard from says Grayson is our clear number 2, Eflin is a number 3, Eflin isn't good enough to be a number 2. I think Eflin can be good enough to start game 2 if that's what we need in a playoff series. This pitch is high for ball 1. I have enough faith in the guy. Look, is he going to pitch like this every game all the way through? No, he might have a clunker, but I think more often than not, you're going to get a solid outing from him, if not spectacular. 1-2 the count is now 2-2 after a pitch up and away. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the sixth. 4-0 Baltimore. The 2-2 to Carlson is popped up weakly, right center field. Mullins is waving off Santander, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Look at me go. Yeah, I would say 1 in 10 chance Mayo makes that play, based on what I've seen so far. Unless it's right at the guy. If he's got to do something where his feet aren't planted and he's throwing like a conventional ball, I'm popped up by Morrell. First pitch. Who wants it? Coming in hard is Cowser. He makes the catch, and this 6th inning is over in a breeze. 77 pitches to get through 6 shutout innings for Zach Eflin. I am feeling it right now, folks. Come on. I mean, when is the last time we've had a pitcher go out there and just shut the team the hell down for an extended outing like this other than Corbin Burns? And even Corbin is normally giving up that customary solo home run somewhere. Just 9 pitches in the 6th. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, folks, if Grayson isn't ready for the playoffs, we're hoping he is. But even if he wasn't, or let's say he's rehabbing back and maybe we're not as confident in him going into the postseason, folks, if it's Eflin number 2 and Grayson number 3, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We really got ourselves a deal. I know we look at the other trades and go, man, what did we give up to get that? But for Eflin, we gave him Armbruster and a couple of other guys that, yeah, they're nice. You know, one guy's like a utility guy. He's got some versatility, but they're not projected to be major league caliber players. They really aren't. They might pop up for a season or two at some point, but I mean, you know, we're talking about Zach Eflin here. This guy's not only going to be a part of this rotation to get us to October and into the playoffs, he's going to be here all of next year as an anchor in this rotation. Maybe not the ace, but certainly an anchor. I'm happy with that move. All right, finally, our first panoramic shot of the Trop that I've seen tonight. And yeah, it still looks like a giant Costco to me with seats. Kevin Kelly is on the mound, right-hander for the Rays. 47 appearances on the season, 4.08 ERA. Tony Taters is up.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
And he fouls the first pitch back. Folks, get them Taters up in the chat. It's the top of the 7th. He'll probably have one more at bat tonight, but just in case. Yeah, Cole Irvin hanging out in AAA. I think he should be the guy in the rotation with Suarez as the long man. That's just my humble view. I will stick by that opinion until this season is over. I mean, it's just, God, I've already explained it. Because Albert, as a long righty, the two guys in our rotation that he's most likely to come in to help out would be the two lefties, Rogers and then Cole Irvin. So if you can keep those two guys within a spot or two distance of each other, in other words, they're not pitching on back-to-back days, and you use Albert sparingly to help in long relief if they don't have it on a certain day, it's the perfect recipe, folks. I'm telling you right now, this pitch is up and away to Santander, and the count is 2-2. I'll make the point just one more time, because when you have a lefty starter, your opponents are going to stack up right-handed bats, and if he's not effective, you then can turn to the righty Suarez. Swing and a miss. Santander goes down on strikes. One out in the top of the seventh. So it's just the perfect marriage. If you get a quality start from the lefty, great. If you don't, you got Suarez to go to as a change of pace righty who has shown time and again, you bring him into a tough spot when the starter doesn't have it. He can shut that offense down for a few innings, 2 innings, maybe 3, and get you later into the ball game, keep you in the game. Folks, if you disagree with me, tell me now. Otherwise, say, okay, BW, you got a point, because I need to hear some feedback on this. Am I talking to a wall? We got a 1-0 count on Gunner, 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch, called a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike.
His name's Gunner, and he's dating my mom.
Folks, it's a sub-screen, and look at that. I mean, forget. You know what? Joke's on me. So that really means, other than book docs helping out, I could not, without really talking about, we were in the 7th. You know what? I keep telling myself, just drop it. What can I tell you? It's a reaction channel. I'm reacting to an amazing situation as Henderson strikes out for out number 2. Can't even celebrate. Can't even celebrate. It's unbelievable. 2 down, nobody on for Ryan O'Hearn. Well, BW, maybe if you weren't acting so, abrasive about it, maybe. Yeah, but I never was before. Go back and check the hundreds of hours of game calling I've done up until recently. It's never really been a problem. Want to know the count now. On Ryan O'Hearn, this one is fouled off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0 Orioles. In the top of the 7th. 2 down, nobody on. Kelly out in relief of Littell. 1-1 count on Ryan O'Hearn, who's 2 for 3 today. The pitch is taken high, 2-1. Yeah, Michael, I'd like to see Irvin up now. I would. He had a stretch there in the first month. That one's deep by O'Hearn. If it's fair, it's gone, but that's hooking foul all the way. Man, O'Hearn had plenty of distance on that one. Just out in front of it. He's already got 2 hits and a couple of RBI on the night. That 2-out, 2-run single. Here comes a 2-2 from Kelly to O'Hearn, and he chases one above the zone and fouls it at the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Janet, I can't read that comment because it's cut off with a... Oh, you can talk about tomato pie. Oh, there you go. Tomato pie, everybody. The beauty of pie with the acidity of a tomato. The 2-2 is outside. Full count on O'Hearn. Full count. The 3-2 pitch is low, ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Oh, I like all kinds of pie. Don't get me wrong.
I'm walking walking here. I'm walking here.
Giovanni Soto does not have any options. Either he stays on the active 26-man roster or we lose him to waivers for anybody else who might want him. This one's hit on the ground and through on the right side. A worm burner for Eloy Jimenez. Another one. His second opposite field ground ball hit of the night. Who is this guy? He hits to all fields. That's the third hit of the night in total for Eloy Jimenez. My goodness, is that bat hot? Another 2-out rally cooking, and here comes Jackson. The first pitch to Jackson is called a strike, and that was a tough pitch. Oh, no, it's the 2-hour mark. Shoot. Oh, don't do this to BW. Not during a Jackson Holiday at bat. Don't you dare. Not during a Jackson Holiday at bat. Not during a Jackson Holiday at bat. Would you please behave? Be good to your boy BW. Come on now. What do we got? Oh, he hits one, a comebacker to the pitcher. And Holiday will be thrown out. Holiday with a comebacker to, who is that? Kevin Kelly to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles lead it 4-0. Folks, I know we're on the road. We've been on the road now for a while. But right now it feels like home because I think there's as many Oriole fans in this ballpark right now as there are Rays fans. So why don't we throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat. Let's go now.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
This game really feels like it's flying by. It's only been like, 90 minutes? We're in the bottom of the 7th. This game is flying by. Folks, we got over 200 people here watching, and less than half of you have hit the like button. And now 10 people immediately leave as I bring it up. It's amazing. I can't talk about anything. Is it just a lot of hate watchers? Is that what it is? I really feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see my channel have success, but are still captivated and enthralled enough to tune in and watch, but they don't want to do anything to actually support the channel or see it grow. That's what I'm starting to figure out. Because I know I got a few people out there who hit the dislike button on a daily basis, even though there's really no reason. It's just they make that a habit. You know, I'm starting to get it now. Okay, I've got hate watchers. That's fine. If you only want this channel to grow through watch time and ad revenue, I guess that's what we do. I'd rather focus more on building a community of actual Oriole fans who want to be here, who enjoy the content, and have as little ad revenue-based stuff going on as possible. Here we go, bottom of the 7th. Ben Rortvedt at the plate. Zach Eflin still out on the mound, and the first pitch is low and in on ball 1. I just gotta keep on keeping on. Currently 0 dislike. Yeah, but Slater, they normally come in after the stream. They stick around, they watch, and they walk out with the dislike. Don't worry, your boy keeps track. Rortvedt with a 2-0 count. And this one is outside, 3-0. Eflin has missed the zone on the first 3 pitches. That's only his 80th pitch, so the tank shouldn't be empty yet. But he has fallen behind here, 3-0. Next pitch is a called strike, and that was a beneficial call from the umpire. That one looked about an inch high. Have another special lucky. All right. This one's hit in the air left field, down into the corner near that picnic table area. It's going to stay in fair ground, though. Cowser makes the catch in the corner. 1 out. And, folks, there are more people hanging around the Stingray pool than there are sitting in the lower bowl of the ballpark. I mean, they really should just turn this place like into a state fair, you know, where baseball is just kind of one of the attractions. Here's a called strike to Johnny DeLuca. 0-1 the count. Maybe they can get some, has-been band that's just begging for a gig somewhere. 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe give Blink 182 a call or something. 1-1 pitch. Up and in. 2-1 on DeLuca. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Zach Eflin on the hill. So far, it's been his best start as a Baltimore Oriole. It's been great. 2-1 pitch, and that one's drilled. I might have spoke too soon, but it's going to be caught out there by Cowser in left center field with plenty of room to spare. No problem. What are you worried about, BW? Zach Eflin has got this. 2 down in the 7th. 2 down in the 7th. Gonna save that bullpen for the rest of the weekend as well, and then we got a day off on Monday. Here's Jose Caballero. First pitch is low to him for ball 1. The 1-0 is line, and that is a base hit down, and it's going to be extra bases. It hits up against the wall and kind of sticks there. It's going to be a 2-out double for Caballero. But with 2 down, you got the 8 and 9 hitters due up. And I'm still banking on Zach Eflin to get out of this 7th inning without giving up a run. I've yet to see any activity in the Oriole bullpen, but they should start getting someone loose. Eflin is up to 88 pitches. There's a chance he could come out for the 8th. Okay, here we go. Yenier Cano. There's our first look. He might have just gotten up there on the mound. He's starting to get loose. So it looks like it's going to be... Man, we've had a lot of 4... When we've had leads lately, they've always been 4-run leads. Not quite save situations. We might be in for another one today. Because it looks like right now it's setting up for another combination of Cano, and then if we need a lefty, maybe Perez, and then Sir Anthony Dominguez in the 9th. It is setting up that way so far with Cano getting loose. So a meeting on the mound with Drew French is now over. Taylor Walls at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He had a single and a stolen base. He's only hitting 158 on the season. First pitch to Walls is taken high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is lined behind the plate. Straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 90 pitches now for Eflin. You saw the Dice Man at the O Spring Training Complex? Hey, what am I doing down here, huh? I want to watch some frickin' baseball in the spring. That's right. Buy me some peanuts and crack my jack. You know what I'm saying. Oh! I'll crack her jack. If you get my drift. 2-1 the count on Walls. This one swung on and missed. 2-2. He was in concert. My apologies. Oh, how you doing, South Florida? The 2-2. Line drive foul down the right field line. Nice play there on a bounce by someone down there in the front row along the railing there. On a hard hopper. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The light-hitting Taylor Walls at the plate with a runner at second base. Zach Eflin throwing pitch number 94. Ground ball to second. Holiday to first. Inning over. 7 shutout innings from Zach Eflin, folks. Folks, come on now. Let's hear it for Zach Eflin. Give some Eflin some love.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Come on now.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
I never knew how much I loved that sound drop until I found it. I mean, I've seen Scarface as many times as you guys have. More than I can count on one hand for sure. And I do remember, what's her face, Michelle Pfeiffer's character bringing that line up, but for I guess just clipped into a soundbite. It's the funniest damn thing. What's going on? All in all, it's just another out by the walls. That's right. I like a good Pink Floyd reference. All right. What's happening? Ooh. Ah. Collect call to all diehard Oriole fans from BW. Collect call. One ringy dingy. Blue Jays tied with the A's. Red Sox, I think it said they're up 3-1. Look at the shirt this guy's wearing. Jimmy Chinese Buffet. Here's Ced Mullins at the plate. He takes a called strike. 0-1 the count on Ced, leading off the top of the eighth.
Well said, now you know what to do.
There you go. The 0-1 is popped up. I think somebody brought that up in the chat before there, Mr. Hyde, but yeah. Two for three with a home run tonight is Mullins. The average now at 222. Yeah, Eflin's night appears to be over. 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2 the count. It is 4-0 Baltimore. Let's bring it back up here. We're not in too much of a spoiler territory right now, I would say. Let some people just getting here take a look at the board. 1-2 pitch is fouled away. It does look like I'm ahead of the scoreboard again. We've been fighting back and forth tonight. I'm still watching an uninterrupted broadcast, but somehow the scoreboard sometimes behind, sometimes ahead. 1-2 the count on Mullins, leading off the top of the eighth. And this pitch is reached for and popped up right side. The first baseman has a look, and it's out of play by just a few feet. Here's a replay of that Mullins home run. That was middle low, right in his favorite spot. You know, I've got those hot and cold zones that they'll throw up there in 9 different segments of the strike zone for every hitter. Show you the hot places. Ced's one hot place is middle low, and that's exactly where that home run pitch was thrown. 1-2 pitch to Ced off the plate, 2-2. That was off by a foot. Yeah, folks, by the way, if you didn't know that, next season, I really should start talking about that more, at least once a broadcast. This one's hit on the ground and going to be cut off there by the third baseman before it reaches the outfield. Ground ball to third for the first out. Mullins retired, one away. Yeah, folks, listen up. Maybe even if you've been here for a little bit, you might not know this, but I've got major plans for this channel. But again, just so you know, the channel has started where I basically had absolutely nothing except this microphone I'm speaking into, an internet connection, and access to Orioles games. That's it. That's it. And the ability to create an account. I did not have the financial means to put much into this channel to make it all nice and shiny for everybody. And yet the channel really took off anyway, and it's been a great sign that once, here's a swing and a miss by Ramon Arias. He's got an 0-2 count, 1 down, nobody on. Arias 1 for 3, singled and scored back in the 5th. Yeah, so all the signs are great considering that, I'm not broadcasting in HD quality. I'm coming in at 720p. There's a lot of people out there that won't even give a channel a chance if it's not at least coming in HD. I don't have a fancy background here with all the, all the jerseys and all the stuff. I went out there and got myself one little poster right over here on my left shoulder. That's all I could get out here. 1 out, nobody on, 1-2 the count on Arias, and this pitch is up and away, 2-2. So, long story short, folks, as soon as this channel started to show the growth that it did, I said to myself, all right, well, maybe I got something here. And maybe even though I'm kind of taking a risk based on my situation to invest more into this thing, here's a pitch low and in, 3-2 on Arias. I'm going to go ahead and do it, and that is the plan. During this offseason, major upgrade across the board for the channel. You guys are going to love it for Season 2. This one's hit on the ground, a second base by Arias on the payoff pitch. He's retired, 2 down. So stay tuned for that, folks. There's going to be a whole new streaming software I'm going to be able to use. I'm going to be able to stream on more than just YouTube, several platforms at once. I'm going to be able to have a backdrop where you'll see me sort of, instead of just me in my room, I'll have sort of Camden Yards sort of as an atmosphere. There's going to be chances to have you guys, if you want to phone in and leave messages for your thoughts and opinions, maybe even a live check-in if it's possible. It's a lot of stuff. Graphics on the computer. Fun little animations and what have you. This pitch is fouled away by McCann. James McCann is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got an 0-2 count with the bases empty, 2 down. We are in the top of the 8th. But, folks, in order for me to do all those things, I just got to get through this season because in order to do all those things, with the baseball, every day you're calling a game. I'm going to need that time off to get a brand new computer and make all these changes and test all these changes. And spring training for the team is going to be like spring training for me. 1-2 pitch to Arias is a little bit off the plate, 2-2. So there it is, folks. There's the big channel update. No matter what happens, I see a lot of loyalty out there and a lot of compliments, a lot of people tuning in on a nightly basis. It tells me I'm doing a pretty good job, and all I want to do is improve. This pitch is fouled away, still 2-2. Believe me, if I had the mindset to have done this a couple of years ago before I lost my previous job working as a sports writer for NBC Sports, I would have jumped right into this and made those investments. Here's a swing and a miss by Arias. He strikes out to win the inning. The Orioles don't do much here in the top of the 8th, but we've got a 4-0 lead, and again, that's the end of the day for Eflin. Looks like Yenier Cano is it Dominguez coming out? We'll see. Might be Sir Anthony Dominguez on his way out. Either way, we got a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. So, yeah, I'm sitting here flapping my gums during that inning, but I guess I picked a pretty good inning because the Orioles didn't have much going on. They went 1-2-3. So we're talking about the channel a little bit, and, yeah, upgrades across the board. The only thing I'm concerned of, oh, by the way, the lag should be cut down, so it should be more instantaneous between me seeing the game and then relaying that to you. Less lag, less reason to worry about, trying to time things up where you're not getting spoiled. So much. So, I've got the raw talent, right? The raw talent is there. I'm just completely inexperienced when it comes to all these other bells and whistles. It's not my forte. It's not my thing. I'm a creator. I'm not a builder. Does that make any sense? Like, I'm the architect. I'm not the construction guy. I I think both jobs, I have equal respect for both jobs, but I got things up in here, but yeah, the handling of things, management, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to do it. Trying to do it the best that I can. All right. After all of that yapping, I have no idea. You guys want the hat? You feel good about putting the hat on? I feel confident. After all of that talking, why not? I think the hat wants to be a part of this moment in Birdwatcher Channel history. That's right. The Orioles are on a mission. So is this channel. Sir Anthony Dominguez is going to come on the pitch. And Amber Jenkins has become a Magic member. Amber, where are you? Hold on.
And I want to thank you very much for that.
Amber, really try on those binoculars, why don't you?
Nice binoculars.
Aren't they?
Nice binoculars.
I never get to use that drop, but I finally get to, so I'm going to take advantage.
Nice binoculars. Nice binoculars.
All right. It's Jose Siri at the plate, the number 9 hitter for the Rays. Bottom of the 8th. Here we go. First pitch is a ground ball fouled at the plate. Sir Anthony Dominguez is out here. It still calls into question exactly what we're doing in a save situation. And the question's still up in the air. I guess 9, 1, and 2, part of the order. If there's any trouble, you want him out there for the 3 and 4 guys as well. So this is sort of the tougher part of the order rather than the 9th. But if he did get him 1, 2, 3, then the 9th would be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. 0 and 2 count. That's 100 miles an hour from Dominguez, but it's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is so much activity going on in the Charm City chat tonight, and I have not read a damn thing. I'm so sorry. I got a chair recommendation, though. Hey, Calvin, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pin that comment and read it later. Because I'm never going to remember it, and I can't, write it down right now or anything, okay? The problem is, can I get it out here in Thailand? Because if it's a delivery situation, the delivery might cost more than the chair. Full count on Jose Siri leading off the bottom of the 8th as that 2-2 pitch was in the dirt. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. 99. Outside corner. Belt high. Down goes Siri. Sit down, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Sir Anthony of Dominguez. 1 batter, 1 strikeout. Here's Yandy Diaz back to the top of the order. He of the 2 different colored shoes. 100 miles an hour from Dominguez, but it's inside for ball 1. Have I tried one of those 3 once by a by a Thai friend that basically made me do it. Look, it's salty, it's crunchy, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's crunchy, it's salty. Eat a Frito. Here's a ball hit to short. Gunnar Henderson's got it over to first for out number 2. 2 down in the 8th. Dominguez looking good. Nobody on. That's the thing about, I know everybody freaks out with, these bug snacks you see over here in my part of the world. But, folks, all it is just you eat it and it's just crunchy and salty like any other snack. So my point is, give me a Frito because that's salty and crunchy and it doesn't have a face on it. It doesn't have eyeballs looking back at me. It doesn't have little tendrils. It's just a Frito. That's what I prefer. I prefer to eat things without a face. Unless it's a Fudgy the Whale cake. That's one exception. Okay, we got Brandon Lau at the plate, 2 down with a 1-1 count. And I am totally losing track. This one's grounded to second. No, shortstop. Gunner's got it over to first. A 1-2-3 inning from Sir Anthony Dominguez. It was so easy. It came and went. I mean, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
We're going to the bottom of the 8th. One more chance, or excuse me, top of the 9th. What am I talking about? We're going to the top of the 9th with a chance to add on for one more rally here. Top of the order. Austin Slater, by the way, into the ball game for Santander. So Santander was okay. Slater's in right field. So we won't see Tony again at the plate in this inning. I did say his last time up that there was a chance it would be his last AB, and turned out to be true. Okay, Slater will be up second. Cowser and Gunner also coming up in the 9th. The Orioles up 4-0. I don't know. Anybody see Kimbrel get loose? I didn't see him get loose.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
I also feel like Cano threw like less than 10 pitches there. How many did he throw? Or Dominguez, excuse me. 12. I wouldn't want to use Dominguez for another inning because, 12. We can use him again tomorrow if we go ahead and sit him down. Yeah, go ahead and sit him down. We got a 4-run lead. We can use his arm again tomorrow if we need it. Who am I going to here? With the Tampa part of the order, it'll be lefty switch right. With a 4, if it's a 4-run lead like it is, I'd probably use Cano. If it's a bigger lead, I'd use a lower leverage guy. Take your pick. That would be my call. Like a Kimbrel. I wouldn't use Kimbrel if it's just a 4-run lead. Don't ask me why. I just don't think it's a good spot for him. I'd probably go with Cano. But if we can add on here, it could be anybody. All right, here we go. Colton Cowser at the plate. And Uceta, U-C-E-T-A, right-handed pitcher on the mound. This next pitch is foul back. It's quickly 0-2 on Cowser, who is 1 for 4 tonight. A home run to lead off the ballgame, but since then he's struck out 3 times straight. 0-2 pitch, and that's a check swing. He lays off. Appeal, no swing, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-0 Baltimore, top of the 9th. Just hopefully a few minutes away from taking the first game of this series. Swing and a miss. Cowser. Wow. That is the golden sombrero, folks. Colton Cowser has struck out for the 4th time tonight after starting the game off with a home run. How often do you see that? You lead off with a home run and then you pick up a golden sombrero. Here's Austin Slater, 205 on the season. First pitch is a called strike. But he's hitting much better than that since coming over here from the Reds. Started the season with the Giants. 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Uceta mouthful. So Uceta? It sounds like one of those drugs that I got to talk to my doctor about before trying. Do not try Uceta without consulting a doctor first. Those who have used Uceta have reported symptoms like nausea, fatigue, and death. The 2-1 pitch is foul back 2-2. If you experience any of these symptoms, like nausea, fatigue, or death, consult your local doctor immediately. There's Cano getting loose. Who called it? Who called Cano for the 9th? He's getting loose right now. Your boy knows. Your boy figured it out. Again, that's if we don't add on here. If we add on, we go to somebody that, we don't mind using. Full count on Slater. Oh, it doesn't look like Kimmy's up loose right now. Slater with a terrible swing here on a pitch inside. He was unraveled. My goodness. One of the worst swings of the season by an Oriole I've seen on this pitch. I think Slater just plain lost sight of the baseball, like quite literally swinging blind. Here's Gunnar Henderson with 2 down in the 9th. He takes outside for ball 1. Gunnar is 0 for 3. If you or a loved one have used Usetta in 2024, you may be entitled to compensation. Class action lawsuit on Usetta. Ask your doctor for a free sample today. The 1-1 pitch is inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hey, Yoko, you made an excellent point. Cowser, yeah, remember back early in the ball game, he took that awkward swing on that first strikeout, and his hand was stinging. He was favoring it, his right hand. I remember. That could very well be the reason for why he's been up there swinging and missing all night long after that first at bat. Gunnar, you got to stop slamming the bat down every time you hit a pop-up. Come on, dude. There's 2 down, nobody on. We got a 4-run lead in the 9th. You popped it up. You didn't square it up. You don't have to slam the bat down like that, Gunnar. We understand you want to go up there every time and do well, but man, it's not good optics to sit there and I got to be honest, folks. It's a little immature for Gunnar to be doing that. I get it once in a while, but he's making a habit out of it. It seems he wasn't making a habit out of it last year. I get it in certain situations, I really do. But that one was like, it's all right, Gunnar. It's okay. You didn't get a hit there. It's gonna happen 7 times out of 10 to the best of them. You may experience side effects. Oh, it's not a seeming, Amber. It's clear. Not. That's what I'm saying. It's like he's not even attempting to, be a little more mature. And I get it. I get frustration. I get acting out. I do it myself right here on this stream, just sitting in a chair in my room alone with nothing on the line. I lose my cool. But Gunnar can't be losing his cool on something like that. I mean, that's just save it. Save it for a spot much worse than that. What's that? Good point? Which point? The diarrhea point? All right, one more hit off the special lucky as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Come on, folks. Let's close it out. You ready to close the door?
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Yenier Cano, and folks, tell me your boy BW didn't call it. If it was still a 4-0 ball game, they would call upon Cano. Who said that was happening? Your boy. Who said it with confidence? Who said it? Tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Here's Dylan Carlson. First pitch of the 9th is low and in for ball 1. Now the question is, should Cano get into any trouble, you're probably warming up Kimbrel. And that would be dramatic. That one is crushed. Right field down in the corner, and this is no longer a shutout. Yenier Cano has given up a solo shot to Dylan Carlson on a pitch that was drilled down the right field line. Only a matter of whether or not it would be fair. That's only the second home run of the season for Carlson. And here's the deal, folks. If Kimbrel were ready, you could bring him in right now, and it would be a safe situation. But right now, it's not. If Cano faces another batter, you'll have to wait till the tying run is on deck. You either have to get all 3 outs in the ninth. By the way, the umpires are looking at this. This home run is under review. And remember, folks, you're dealing with these rafters here, these skywalks. I don't know if that's going to come into play. I can't see a damn thing. I mean, you can show me that replay 500 times. I couldn't tell you where that baseball is at all. For now, they've put the run up on the board, and they're showing us those catwalks above the foul pole. I mean, honestly, if the ball was fair enough and it hit that catwalk, what is this? Why is this in all caps, and what does that mean? Why is that in all caps, and what does that even mean? And why is it in all, why are you screaming that? Who are you? Hi. Who are you? This is under review. Hi, who are you?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The call stands. It's a home run. Christopher Morel is at the plate, and he swings and misses. 0-1 the count. It's now 4-1 Orioles in the bottom of the ninth. By the way, that would have given the Orioles some time to get somebody loose, that replay. Here's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. 0-2 on Morel. Right now, it's not a safe situation for anyone. If Cano completes the inning, he came on with a 4-run lead. And this one is hit on the ground, left side, scooped up by Arias. A long throw, got him! Nice play by Ramon for the first out here in the ninth. Well done, sir.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
You did not just do that. That was crazy.
Folks, Urias has made a couple of plays on the run tonight, and you cannot tell me that Kobe Mayo can make a play like that, because maybe 1 out of 100 he could. But we need a guy who can do that 95 out of 100, and that's Urias. Here's a swing and a miss by Ben Rortvedt. 1 out here in the ninth. I mean, yeah, is dude trying to tell me not to smoke on my own damn YouTube channel? Go watch the Disney Channel. Plenty of content for you. This pitch is foul back, 0-2 the count on Rortvedt. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the ninth. This is baseball. If I'm going to sit here and have a lucky, deal with it. Oh, Mr. Hyde, there's no doubt about it. Honestly, Mr. Hyde, honestly, I don't know if we're going to see Mayo play third base ever again. It could happen. They could figure out a way to maybe give Aloy a day off at DH, maybe give one more chance there or something, but they got to send him back down and work on that fielding and work on fielding at first base. That's his future. There's no doubt about it. I think he can handle first. I don't want him to be a pure DH, because that just it weakens our ability to be flexible with the lineup. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Rortvedt. That one swung on and missed. Cano gets the strikeout for the second out here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Rortvedt retired. 1 out to get. Your boy is about to get through calling a ball game with a broken back, a sinus infection, trigeminal neuralgia, a headache cluster, some kind of foot issue, and what else? I think those are the main things. Here we go. 1-0 the count. On who's up here? We got a lefty bat. Is this a pinch hitter? This one's hit on the ground, whoever it is, to Gunnar. Over to first. In time. I don't know who you were, but you're out, and this ball game is over. The Orioles have taken the opener. They needed to here down in Tampa. St. Pete, whatever the hell it is. Final score. Orioles 4, Tampa 1. 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Baltimore. 1 run on only 5 hits, no errors for the Rays. Zach Eflin with a fantastic outing. His finest yet as an Oriole. Let's try to get this stuff back. 7 innings of shutout ball, scattering, 1 walk and 4 hits over those 7 innings, while striking out 7. One of the finest performance of any Orioles pitcher all damn season. Sir Anthony Dominguez came in with a clean inning of work and a strikeout. Cano gave up a solo shot. What are you going to do? It could have been a shutout, but I mean, if that's our biggest complaint with the pitching, I think we can tolerate it. Offensively, the Orioles, well, kind of a mixed bag. I mean, we got double-digit hits, 11. That's great. We drew only a couple of walks, but we normally aren't known for that anyway. But we did leave 8 men on base. We probably could have driven in a couple more runs here. A little bit more clutch hitting. But the only 2-out RBI came from Ryan O'Hearn, that 2-run single. And home run from Cowser to lead off the ball game. And then he had that solo shot from Ced Mullins back in the 6th. That's his 12th of the season. O'Hearn up to 48 RBI. Cowser up to 54. Mullins up to 40. Folks, these are the guys who don't drive in a ton of runs. They got the job done for us tonight at the plate. While the likes of, well, no sign of Adley tonight. Holiday didn't do anything. Gunnar didn't do anything. Tony didn't do anything. Eloy Jimenez, though, 3 hits. And at least 2 of them were to the opposite field. Ramon Arias with a base hit, a run scored, and a fine work at third base. Ced Mullins got the job done, 2 for 4 with that homer. And McCann 2 for 4 at the plate as well. It's the bottom of the order getting it done for the Orioles. Look at that, folks. 5 hits from the 7 through 9 hitters, making up for not a whole bunch going on at the top. That's what you want to see, folks. There's a lot of reasons to be proud of a performance like this, right? Am I right? We won in a way that's very, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of I know it's the Rays, but this was good. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup, and then I'll get on out of here, even though I'm not in such a hurry now because I had an early breakfast. Let's see here. Yada, yada, yada. Again, no Yankees playing tonight, so that means the Orioles are currently back on top of the division. Zach Eflin, I know. Zach. He's a Lego maniac. And would you look at this, folks? I mean, one toke over the line, sweet Jesus. One toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station. One toke over the line. Don't you know I'm just waiting for the train to come home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in a railway station, 1 toke over the line. Hey, we're 2 tokes over the line. Let's go. All right, toke it up. And guess what, folks? Your boy won't mention the damn sub count until we get at least up into the 1870s or something. I don't know, 1870. What year was electricity? I'm talking upper 1800s until we... Oh, come on. Honestly, we're going to do that? All right. I'm just going to sit here and just smoke the rest of this J. Again, playing with somebody's emotions it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. Laugh it up. Everybody have a great time laughing at my expense. That's all I do. Yep. That's why I took morphine in order to get over back pain, to get up to give you a ball game so that I could be treated like this right now. No, go ahead. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep it up. No, I want to see humanity in full action because this is precisely why I shelter myself away from people just like this. What is the point? I'm just going to hang out and smoke this J. I don't give a shit. How about that? I had a good night. Maybe I'll play some Yahtzee over here on the other screen. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just hanging. Right. Keep going down. Appreciate it. Once again, lets me really know what people are all about. Really does. And you got anything you want to talk about? Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it. Put some music on, whatever. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck this. Hey, we got the 1,800 subs. I'll be signing off now. Thank you so much, everybody. It's really fun to toy with my emotions as I put my heart and soul on the line every damn day for you. Seems like an even trade to me. Thank you so much. And to the other people out there who are actually supportive of me and actually care about my well-being and do all that, you guys are great. Thank you for giving me a reason to do this. Unlike other people who would rather watch me feel miserable. Again, folks, you're watching sociology on full display. How does it make you feel? Forget me. I've let you know how I feel about it. I don't, you know, I'm not going to hold back. How would you feel? How do you feel about people in general? Are we good or are we bad? How are we as people? I'd like to think we're the type of species that try to help each other out, but boy, I see so many examples that would counter that argument, and it's hard to debate. I don't know if there's another species out there that spends so much time enjoying hurting their own than we do as humans. I really don't know. I'm going to take another hit off the lucky here. We're just hanging out now. Hey there, Skrills. How you doing? Welcome in. Got anything on your mind, Skrills? The floor is yours. Folks, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but I'm telling you this right now. I'm going to run this channel in a weird way. In a Baltimore way. In my own way. It's going to be weird. It's not going to be normal. Take a look around. It's not normal. Why is there this giant white light here? Any YouTuber who knew what the hell they were doing would take care of that. Why do I have a poster of Midsommar on a sports channel? Why? I don't know, because it reflects my personality. I don't really care. I'm just going to be hanging out, calling Oriole games until I drop dead. That's my plan. That's my big 4D chess plan. Call Oriole games until I drop dead. How's that? It's not that complicated. Hey, do you want me to do a guest call of another game that's on right now? What do you say? I'll just turn on another game and I'll call it for you. You can jump over and watch with me. Again, I'm not going anywhere right now. Your boy's in a mood. Again, I got up. I don't have to go through this again. But you gotta understand. I'm not gonna relent tonight. No. Your boy fights on. Cal Ripken Jr. was my icon. He was my he was the guy you look up to as a kid. You go out there. You go out there. You do the job. You keep doing it. You guys are great. What's going on? Oh, player of the game, Zach Eflin. Absolutely, Ray. I mean, what are you kidding? Here, let me hit this music again. Let's hang out for a little bit longer. I'm hanging out tonight.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Yeah, Zach Eflin. I'm so happy with that move. I mean, let's talk about it. Let's think about, would you rather have given up what it would have taken to get a name like Garrett Crochet, or are you happy with Zach Eflin for what we gave up? I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, what about this other trade? We really got robbed. Well, to me, the best way to digest how we did at the trade deadline is to take all the players we got, put them into a giant pool, and take all the players that we gave up, put them into a giant pool, and then just compare it as a whole. Because I'm telling you right now, the Zach Eflin trade was a steal. It was a steal. So if we gave up too much to give away Austin Hayes, if Austin Hayes was too much to get what we got back, like we got Dominguez, I think that's fair. And then Pache was added in and he's already been cut. So whatever. It was basically Dominguez for Hayes. Hayes is on the DL. You can't sit there and predict something like that. But you got to think at worst, we addressed a need, got a better arm in the pen, a potential closing arm in the pen. And we replaced that right-handed bat sort of in two different ways. We brought in Eloy Jimenez as a DH option against not only lefties, he's just DHing every day until he slows down. Guy's just mashing up there. Ryan Mountcastle's losing a lot of at-bats because of what Eloy is doing. But, hey, you ride the hot hand, and that's what you want when you're going into the playoffs. You want a deep enough roster where you can go, yeah, one of our players that's good is going to have to sit because we're riding the hot hand. And, we got 10 guys that could easily be in a 9-man lineup. One guy's going to sit, but, hey, he's going to come in later, pinch hit, do something else. In a playoff game, you need guys like that. You need the depth. So I think we got the depth in terms of, a pinch hitter in a playoff game. But, man, we need Jordan Westberg back. It would be great to get Mateo back before October because those legs as a pinch runner, that is your Dave Roberts of your postseason roster right there. Yeah, it's still the pitching. But what can you do, Skrills? There's been so many injuries. You can't sit there and predict that like 6-7 starters would go down with season-ending injuries or near season-ending injuries. We'll see what's going on with Grayson here. But, I mean, we went out there at the trade deadline. We brought in Eflin and we brought in Rogers. We brought in 2 guys, and as soon as we did, now Grayson's down as well. Cole Irvin, luckily, not picked up by anybody else. I know a lot of people will say, well, that just speaks to how much of a quality arm he is. Nobody else wants him. But that's not always the case. There's different reasons guys clear through waivers. It's not always a case of the guy isn't wanted by anybody else. But the fact of the matter is Cole Irvin is back. You take a look back at what Cole Irvin did first month and a half of the season or so. He was a nice part of the rotation. So it's not like he doesn't have him in there. He's not a guy that is like, oh, maybe if you're lucky, Cole Irvin can give you a decent start. No, he's shown that when he's in the mood, he can run off 4, 5, 6 good starts in a row. He just got into a funk, and then he lost his spot. And I guess just based on, the priority of arms that we have, the organization just thought cutting him was the best idea. But I still think Cole Irvin can have a place in this team. And we don't have much more depth beyond that. I don't think Cade Povich is going to be able to have the kind of trust that we're looking for. At least with Cole Irvin, you know what you're going to get. A chance. A 50-50 chance at not absolutely getting knocked around or completely losing command the way Cade Povich is shown to do. All right, folks, I guess I've been just talking my ear off. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about before I get out of here? Am I going to go back here and check on this? Hey, look. Look at that. That's what you call hard work, folks. What did it get back down to? 1797 or something? Yeah, McDermott is also on the DL, But, again, I don't really think that's much of an option either, other than an emergency spot start. Maybe help out in a doubleheader. And now this. Okay, I'll sign off. Whatever, guys. You've proven enough tonight, okay? Everybody who does that, you've proven enough. So I'm going to sign off. Last I checked, it was at 1801. Thank you, folks. We got to 1800, at least as I'm signing off. And if it goes below that, we'll just pass it again tomorrow, whatever. Thanks for those who aren't using their morning or night to just screw with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to sign off now and finish my special lucky and sit out on my balcony, sip the rest of my coffee, and just wonder again, what exactly the hell is wrong with about 45% of the human race? Like, what is the deal? Why are so many people not just naturally kind? I don't get it. There's nothing to lose. There's no, all right, I'm going to sign off. Oh, yeah. Thanks. I forgot to do that. Tomorrow's game. I told you it'd be a weird one tonight. I think I called the game pretty normal, but once we got into post-game mode, this train is off the rails. All right, tomorrow's game is looking like this. Let's see what we got. I think we got, is it Corbin Burns tomorrow? Yeah, Corbin Burns against who the hell knows. I like that matchup. What a great way to go up and perhaps clinch the series and set us up for a potential sweep and win number 70 if we can get it. With Corbin Burns on the mound tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. first pitch. Apparently it's going to be on Fox. All right. Is that going to be on before or after Married with Children? Let me know. And then is Herman's Head on after that? 7:15 p.m. first pitch. Your boy will be on the air at 7:05 p.m. Game 2 of 3. Corbin Burns on the mound, looking for win number 13, win number 70. Michael's all over it. That's it for me, folks. This has been the Birdwatcher. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks to everybody in Charm City chat and especially the mods for the work that you guys do. And also to our newest Magic member, Amber. Amber, right? All right. Whoa, look out. All right. Apparently everything's falling apart. Great time to sign off. This has been the Birdwatcher, everybody, and I'll chirp at you later. Bye.